Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you very much for joining me here. Quick update on Cardano. We're going to see what's going on. I got a lot of community members curious about our long position. We've taken some profits to the downside with the majority of all of our shorts, actually all of them. Near Protocol, 25%, Bitcoin, and AVAX as well. But we have a Cardano long open. So again, if you're concerned about it, folks, I would just say close it out. It's showing a lot of strength, but once again, that can change at any moment. Bitcoin is not showing a lot of strength, and this is concerning for a lot of altcoins right now. So just be mindful of that. Please understand that has a lot to do with this. Bitcoin can just kind of hang out and stabilize for a little bit. I think Cardano is going to continue to go on a tear. But again, different story altogether. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hope you can learn something today. If you do want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site, link down below. We're now offering crypto payments on our annual subscription. So be sure to check that out. Link down below there, of course, if you want to upgrade. But more important, we have Trade Academy, Community, and Signals group if you're curious how that works. Check it out. It's really awesome. And get to know our community members too. You can ask around and see if it's worthwhile. I personally think it is, just because I find a lot of benefit from my members, and I think it's awesome to be able to share my results with everyone too. It's really cool. Okay, so Cardano, what are we going here? So 67.3, we knew that from before as a concentration of liquidation. It's kind of carried over from this most recent high. We can also see here as well, low of 62, upwards of 63 cents. As a consideration for lower liquidation levels. Okay, so again, we got to be mindful that level could still get swept. I think it's less likely as the price continues to maintain its current range. We get a lot of volume, this heavy amount of volume at about 63 cents. We zoom out, we can see too there's a strong bottom, if I recall correctly, at about 62 cents. So we kind of take a look at the last, what is this, the last 2 months. We can see massive amount of volume, liquidity, however you want to put it, at about 62 cents. So 62 to 63 cents, heavy amount of support below us here. So that leads me to believe that the price shouldn't go much lower than that. So again, that's half the reason why I feel comfortable holding this position or this trade potentially for longer. Okay, so just a heads up on that. That's kind of the foundation of everything we see here. That being said, what else is looking good? What is looking bad? Well, we're above and below all moving averages here, kind of in the middle. This is happening a lot with most altcoins right now. Truth is, we're hanging out right there at that 0.618 fib level. Getting a closure at 65 cents or higher would be super awesome. So I'm confident if we were to close today at 65 cents or higher and Bitcoin just kind of goes sideways for the weekend, Cardano is going to recover quite quickly. Again, mainly because we got some moving averages hanging out right there with us as well. We're also so close, very, very close. We've been like this for a few days, closing above 50 on the RSI. This reaffirms that resistance at 0.618, commonly referred to as golden pocket, that resistance range. We can get above that, 65, 66 cents or higher, we're going to be in good shape. Either way you look at it, money flow index is increasing. That's a very positive sign. And we can see stochastic swinging up with MACD convergence on the horizon. So a lot of these things are the things that haven't happened yet, but if they do happen, it'll be really, really good. Okay? So it doesn't necessarily mean that you take a trade based on that, but now that we're in the trade, it's a little bit of an incentive to maybe keep the trade open. Again, these are just my strategies, my considerations. You don't have to do this. But if you've trusted my TA in the past and you like the 95% success rate we have overall, I would say maybe stick it out. But again, different strategies for different scenarios. Bitcoin is pulling back. It's providing a lot of problems for this coin. As we can see, this previous resistance here, stretch that out. A lot of volume accumulating right here. We're hitting that little Bollinger Band squeeze, so to speak, where the price is going to break out one way or the other. So 4-hour time frame, it's definitely looking like it wants to break, but hasn't yet officially. But again, the more likely you are to break through a resistance level if you test it multiple times, right? That's just a general concept there. And we've tested that level a lot. We can also see 50 on the RSI is maintaining for the most part, or slightly above. That's not a super bullish sign, but it is better than the other way around. Stochastic swinging up for the second time here for that second convergence. And of course, MACD also trying to converge, but hasn't yet. So we got a convergence in both the daily and the 4-hour. We've got 50 on the RSI getting tested on both time frames. And right now we're maintaining above some important moving averages too, with a little bit more volume below the price action. Again, 62 to 63 cents below. So those are all contributing factors here. So I would say unless we lose 62 cents, we really have no reason to be concerned at this point. But ideally, in a perfect world, we close at 65 or higher, no less than 63, 64. Okay? Hourly time frame, if we look at this here, we kind of open with this, but generally speaking, the cloud, we've been we've been above and below it for a little while. Truth is, we're not in a perfect place here, but if the price just say goes up and over for a few hours, the lagging span would be naturally above the price action. The conversion line would be above the baseline. We'd close 3 to 4 hours above the cloud. So again, Closing 65 cents or higher today, I think, would be really optimal for us here to give us that incentive and that motivation to push the price action higher throughout the weekend. So that's generally what I'm looking for, 65 or higher for Cardano today to validate the uptrend. If we close below it, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're just breaking bearish, because everything else is fairly neutral. Okay, so again, when you have a lot of neutrality on larger time frames and then a smaller time frame convergence, generally favors the upside. But once more, a lot of key level supports and other contributing factors are present, so I'm not concerned at all with this trade, and I don't think you should be either. Once more, if you're using too high a position size, too high leverage, you're going to be eaten up on fees. A lot of that margin rate does change depending on the market conditions too, with how many shorts versus longs are open. So please understand that that's subject to change. But either way you look at it here, I'm not super concerned. So let me know if you are. Comment below. Love to hear your thoughts. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow if you haven't already. And also, of course, trade this on the best exchange in the world. Bitunix, phenomenal exchange. We've been using them for months. They've been really, really good to us. Really awesome rewards if you use my link to register. No KYC or VPN as well. To all those using MEXC Global, if you're in a KYC required country, April 1st is supposed to be the kickoff for their requirement. So keep in mind KYC as of April 1st, from what I understand from some reliable sources, including my affiliates over there as well. Hope you learned something here today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.